Another beautiful day on the Buick here. As you can see, back looks a little different. Yeah, got a little missing paint. I don't know what the story was with this car. It's been repainted sometime in its life, and it seems that either whoever did the white section was not the same people that did the blue, or they just did it a different way. I don't know, and I can kind of show you my theory here. So you can see the blue section. There's the original color, and there's whatever this is they put on top of it. It's a good color, don't mind it at all. But what I'm saying here is they didn't strip it. They left the original color and painted over it, and that's fine. But for some reason, on the white section, they stripped it because it's just the raw metal, and you can see all the sand marks and like grinder marks in the white, and it's just metal. Some kind of primer that was not direct to metal because it comes off way too easy, and then the paint. There's a lot of tricks here, right, Taylor?
Right.
This isn't the one that you do.
Nope.
And it was coming off in splotches, and it looked more like a Holstein cow than it did a Buick.
A spotted dog.
Look like a spotted dog. We got to fix this. We're going to strip all this off, prep it the correct way. Taylor's going to walk you through that.
I am.
You are.
Oh.
And we're gonna go back. We're gonna redo the trunk, and then the roof isn't bad. It only had like a few little spots there and one spot in the middle. And going around with our razor blade, it actually sticks really well up here. Just whatever they did here was completely wrong. Whatever there wasn't as bad. Don't know. Do you know?
So I'm not stripping the roof?
No, just the little spots.
I just want to make sure.
Dang, that's another half an acre up there. You got.
I know.
But you can see the stuff comes off way too easy. And it's just a matter of time, you know, before it starts flaking off more. I mean, I did what you see here in about, realistically, probably about an hour of just kind of scraping around on it, listen to Country Gold on a Saturday night, and it doesn't. I don't know. I couldn't live with it. I know we can fix it. But we're not only going to paint it white. We're going to show you how we treat the rust. Now, ideally, in my opinion, the best way to treat rust is to media blast it. We have some friends that are just super talented media blasters. And they do a great job. But that ain't in the budget for this car. You know, this ain't that kind. It's a driver. We're gonna make it. We're gonna put a few different chemicals on it, sand it, show you how we do it, or he's gonna show you how he's gonna do it. Yeah, just walk you through just another little project. But first things first, we gotta get all this off.
Let me get that lens real quick.
You're right.
All right, some good progress. Got all that rust ground down, all the old paint off. What's the next step?
Your favorite part.
Golly.
What?
You are dirty today.
Yeah, did you see what I had to do?
That stuff is
look
messy.
Look at the floor right there. Look at the floor. Yeah.
Yeah, this stuff makes big mess. Here is our rust solution. Now, like we talked about earlier, it would be ideal to media blast this. We're not blowing this car apart. To media blast it, you would really have to pull all the moldings and glass and stuff.
We're also not painting the whole thing.
We're also not painting the whole car. This is what we like to use, rust conversion compound. I've used this a bunch. You've used it a bunch. Never had any issues. You can pick this up at most of your local paint stores. It works well. It's not terribly expensive. Amazon's usually way cheaper, unless you're like me and then you forget it and then you need it.
Well,
and
a lot of people don't know like what their or who their local paint store is. So
that's true. These little small towns don't always have paint stores. Regardless, that's what we use. The directions are on the back, maybe online. Maybe we looked it up. Yeah, directions online. Pretty simple. How do we do it?
So what I'm going to do is pour a little bit of that in this cup, and then I'm going to go get a really cheap brush that we use for like fiberglass repairs and that kind of stuff. I'm going to dip it in here, and then I'm going to wipe it all over these rust spots. And I'm going to do a couple coats of that because they recommended that on the instructions. So we're going to do a couple coats, and
especially on these more heavily pitted areas.
yes, we're going to wipe the whole area, the whole surface, and then concentrate on.
You sure you don't need a mop instead of a
I do
brush?
need a mop.
Easy with those hand gestures.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. And then we're gonna let it sit overnight, and then we'll come back and we're gonna wipe it off with some water. And I know that sounds, it doesn't sound right, but that's what they say to do. And then we're gonna sand the whole thing, and then it'll be ready for primer. So, bodywork primer.
Yeah, pretty straightforward. Our regular bodywork procedures, we're going to use a polyester primer. It's called, this is the guy we like to use, Finish Sand by Evercoat. It's a 4:1 polyester primer. And most importantly, if you can see right there, direct to metal. Second most importantly, easy to sand. Works great, feels heavy. Heavy, high build. That's the term I'm looking for. Woo, it's been a long day. Now, dip, brush. There we go. Safety first. Here we are the next day on the Buick bodywork saga. You see, he let the rust mort sit overnight. You can see what it does. It just turns the rust, or what used to be rust, black. No more rust, no more problems. As he went over and sanded it, he found surprisingly, what is it, like 2 or 3 dents? 2 dents on this square acre of car.
Dents.
Yeah.
We found some wiggles, but we're not gonna worry about
Yeah. One right there, one little one on the roof. Right there. All in all, not bad. It will have to be a little bit of primer work around on some of this stuff. The next step with something like this, you can body work over metal. Not ideal. Not worth the extra 30 minutes he's going to charge me to epoxy and resand everything, right?
I'll have to pull my calculator out for that.
It'll get a good coat of epoxy on it, and that's going to bite into the metal, give us a good mechanical adhesion on everything in combination with it. What 180? Is that what you went over this with?
80. I ended up going 80. It was faster.
80's faster. 80 epoxy. We'll let that cure overnight. Come back, do our body work, prime it. Should be good, right?
Yeah, should be good. It'll be better than not epoxy.
Yeah. Just take a little extra time, a little extra material, make it a little nicer. For sealer, we like the Shopline series. JP375 is what we put on here, which is the gray variant. JP377 is black, 371 is white. We use a JH3770 hardener, reduce it just a touch, and that's what she'll look like. It does say epoxy primer, and you can use it as a primer, but we just use it as a sealer because the build thickness isn't that much. Probably can't see, even though he put 2 coats on, you can still see a lot of the pitting and like the scratches from where whoever cut this down the first time scratched it up. So it'll need some polyester to really level all that down. Bondo Billy over here, he's blocking the roof out. So really, all in all, I mean, it's got a heck of a body. There's the spot we had to fix. Now it's just a light skim coat, but you have to go over the whole thing, make it nice and slick, right?
Right.
Moving right along. Thursday afternoon, he has until tomorrow at lunch to have it done.
Go back to your side.
All right, maybe I'll give you 3 o'clock. 3. So someone hasn't been filming.
I'm busy.
Had to come bother him right before he starts spraying. We'll skip ahead. About to lay down the clear coat. Show him how it's done. Don't stop. Line stroking. Missed the spot. There we go. That's about all I can stand without a mask, or my OSHA mask at least. We'll catch up when he gets done spraying. Kind of run back through the products we use and get to check out the final product this afternoon. All right, got to show you what Taylor's been working on. Turned out very cool, very nice. A little too nice, honestly. Anyway, he's been slaving away. Check this out. Man, beautiful, fresh, white. I mean, look at that. Look at that shine. Went ahead and redid the tops of the door. Just did all the white stuff. Not the blue stuff, because as you remember, this looks cool. I like the worn through patina look. This looks terrible. I'd rather have this all nice and shiny. This, I mean, look, this is just as shiny. Just worn through. I like it. Still got a little bit of work to do. He painted, well, not these. He painted this section, let's call it the trunk extension piece, and a couple pieces here. Got to put that together. Emblem on. Actually, I have the center part of this emblem, but I don't have the circle. Does anyone out there have a circle? I'd be more than happy to buy it from you if it's in decent driver quality condition. Yeah, that's that. Looks so much better than the big flaky rust spots. That just wasn't going to cut it. Not for me. I'm gonna run through all the stuff we use on this. Showed you some of the process, but the last part, it gets so like oversprayed and stinky in here. I don't like to keep the camera in here and mess it up. Obviously, we primed it with our finish sand. Sanded that with 320 grit. Came in with our shop line epoxy. There's the hardener. We do a coat or two of that depending on the situation. That's going to give you a nice white, even base coat, not base layer, to go on top with our base coat. Now, typically we use PPG Deltron stuff. I had this Nazen laying around, and it's the 8624 Summit White. It's a really pretty white. It's not overly bright. It's really clean. I liked it. We had it laying around. We're going to call that basically free. That's the base coat we use. Couple coats of that. And we like to finish it off with our Acme, like Wile E. Coyote. Acme Finish 1. This is actually, we'll show it here somewhere. Somewhere. It's actually a Sherwin-Williams clear coat. We love it. We use it on driver quality stuff. We use it on collision damage stuff. Great shine. Holds its gloss really well. Easy to buff. Not terribly expensive. As of today, in September of 2024, this is like $113 for a gallon kit, meaning both of these. And then for reducers, we just use one of these 80, 70, 60, depends on the temperature. Whatever the temperature is, roughly, is what reducer we use. Obviously, it's going to take a little to get it that slick. Little cut and buff. Went over with 1500 wool pad. Presta Ultra Cut. Oops. And then wherever it's at, went over the Presta Glaze as well. And you can just see it is beautiful. Still got to go around and shine up some of our trim, clean the glass. This has been buffed but not polished. Got to go over that one more time. All in all, she's good. Oh, almost forgot to show you. Remember the huge rust hole here? She gone. As you've seen before, we welded it up, body worked it, painted it. It's a piece of trim that covers that line up. And the color is actually really, really close. It's a touch darker. This wasn't the original color on the car. We had the paint company come out with their computer, what they call a profit system. And they shot it. It looks great. It looks great. I'm happy with it. Same thing here. We had just a touch there. Welded it up. There was a little down there. He just repainted that whole lower quarter section and blended it into the rocker. Now she's good to go. A little bit of assembly work, cleanup work, floor pans, put the seat back in. When I say a little bit of work, I really mean a lot. But that's fine. We're going to chip away at it little by little when we have time. So anyway, thanks for sticking around. Like, subscribe, share. We appreciate it as always. We'll see you next time.